national champion, the Oregon State Beavers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Quarterback may change this route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Right on the money. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about Oregon State. Breaking into the top 15, just one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Gets it out quickly. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big...
Breaks into the open. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
When you come out and the run game works right away, everybody gets confidence, everybody's happy, and the whole playbook now is open for everybody to use.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown. Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On target. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking for a man. It's Cook. He makes a grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Here we go. Longer.
Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the
touchdown Beaver! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Aggies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They'll give it to the back. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Now the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll start this drive with a pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Might be calling a hot route. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time on target. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Easy.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Beavers send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He'll start this drive going to the air. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
That's a good job by the defense understanding the sideline is an extra defender, right? Like, I got to take away the inside a little bit and then play that ball, but make him throw a great throw all the way to the outside of the field, and he didn't do it on that play.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Flips it out on the screen. Still running up the 40. There he goes. Past the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggies.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's got great speed. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Utah State up-tempo.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Got his man quickly. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Utah State trying to keep the drive alive on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Here's a hit. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires left. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He'll set up to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Beavers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Utah State, 7.
Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Shakes off the defender. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, there's another outstanding run. You've been seeing that all season long. I think we all expected this guy to be really good as a true freshman. I don't know if anybody expected this. The fact that he's in the Heisman race as a true freshman, that's just ridiculous.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Aggies moving quickly to the line.
Well, there's something to be said for knowing on offense when the play is over. That guy didn't know that. It's a huge loss, and now they're right back to the line of scrimmage trying to go fast.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a gut.
Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Utah State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Iowa State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive.
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Aggies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
Man, this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back,
trying to burn this defensive back. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sidelines.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
This Utah State offense has it going. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Here's the handoff. And they swarm him under. Utah State up-tempo.
Well, this guy has exceeded all expectations all season. We knew and we thought he would be talented. He'd leave a mark on the offense. I don't think anybody expected him to be in the Heisman race this late in the season. As a true freshman, he is just special.
Yeah, you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? On the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the point after is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback keeps it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Cook. Makes the grab on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot and zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. Plows through the defense. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Beavers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Snags it over the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Beavers with the 1st and 10. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
We're only in the first half. Already this guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quickly complete. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
Now, 4th down.
Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Beavers will kick it off to start the second half. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Hurley. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The give to the single back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Finding an escape route. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Utah State up-tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. On target to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Oh, they're after him. Sets up the screen. Good throw and catch. Takes him down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up. Got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Has to get there to move the sticks. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Pucks it out of the air. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oregon State.
So now it's second and long.
42 Spider.
Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Beavers have a lot of options on second and inches. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? And the Beavers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They're going to go to the air on third and short. It's caught. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. To the air on second down. It's complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Making side adjustments here. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Makes the catch. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB-designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Looking for more room. The 20, the inside, touchdown, Utah State. What a play, not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, this game has gotten really interesting.
31, Utah State, 28.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab on the right. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Oregon State. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The running back has it. Turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
He's going to fire deep. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. Once he got some room, it was over.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score in the season.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going to try, breaks into the open. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back. They're
playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Here we go.
They'll run the counter. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think we keep running the football and stay physical.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Slams ahead. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. Final minute of play. Guys, it's all tied up. Stage is set for some serious drama. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Cook. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll get him down after a solid return. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Utah State. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, what a great job with the execution in a moment where you had to have it. You score the touchdown, you take the lead. There's less than a minute to go in this game. All your defense has to do now is get a stop and you win.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Aggies! How about this defense taking one back to the house? That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop it.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and then make him forget that.
He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of